Hi students, time to make a loud entry in the world of sound. If a friend is far away from you, he needs to draw your attention. He will obviously call out your name and you will respond to his voice. Now understand how you will respond. It is because the sound is being produced by him. Let us understand in next slides how sound plays an important role in our lives. Sound plays a very important role in our lives. Most importantly, it helps us to communicate to one another. I mean, can you imagine what a nightmare it would be if I have just given you the signals or just I am moving my hands? How will you understand what I want to say? Sound is produced by the vibrations in the body. The most common example is your phone. When it rings, it starts vibrating. And when the ring stops, the vibration also stops. If you lightly hit a pan or any dish with a spoon, you can feel the vibrations by touching that dish or that pan. Similarly, if you pluck the string of the star, you will feel a heel sound. See, the strings are vibrating. Vibrations, which are responsible for producing sound, are the rapid to and fro movement or oscillatory motions of a body, but once the vibrations stop, the sound also stops. One person communicating to other, a lion roaring, a horse sneeze, all these sounds are generated from the vibrations. Once sound is produced, it needs to reach its destination. For example, if a friend calling me to seek his attention, his sound must reach to me for me to respond. Correct? So how does the sound travels? The mode of travel of sound from its point of origin to its destination is known as the propagation of sound. Sound needs a medium to travel, which in most cases is air. Along with air, the sound also moves through liquid, solids, etc. Now, I will let you know the velocity of sound through air, liquid and metal. The sound travels at a very fastest velocity in metals. For example, the velocity of sound in air is 332 meters per second, while it is in liquids it's 4 times larger than in the air and 16 times the velocity in metals. When there is no medium, there is no sound. That means sound doesn't move or travels through a vacuum. As you know, the sound is being produced by the vibrating bodies and it needs a medium to propagate. Now the question arises how the sound is being produced by the humans. In humans, the sound is being produced by the voice box, or also known as larynx. It is always present at the upper end of the windpipe, which you can feel by touching the throat when you swallow anything. It's like a hard bump present in the throat. Now, how the sound is produced? By the vocal cords. Whenever we speak, the two vocal cords are stretched across the voice box in such a way that there leaves a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force the air through the slit, the vocal cord starts vibrating, resulting in the production of sound. Muscles attached to the vocal cords can make the cords get loosened or tightened. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, the quality of the voice is different, and when they are loose or thick, the quality of the sound is also different. Thus, it depends upon the thickness and the contraction and relaxation of these vocal cords, which creates the differentiation between the different sounds. The vocal cords are about 20 mm long in men and 15 mm long in women. That means it is 5 mm shorter than the men, and they are very short in children. Now, in the previous slide, I let you know how sound are produced by the human body. Now, in this slide, I will let you know how those sounds are being heard by us. As you know, the organ which help us to listen these sounds is ear. In this slide, I will let you know the structure of ear which help us to listen these sounds. The external part of the ear is known as pinna, which gathers the sound from the environment. These sounds are collected from the surrounding and are passed through the auditory canal. The auditory canal reaches to the eardrum, which is present at the end of this canal. The eardrum is a stretched rubber sheet or rubber membrane. When the sound reaches the eardrum, it starts vibrating inwards and outwards after receiving a sound wave. The eardrum sends these vibrations to the middle ear. Now, when the sound reaches the middle ear, the three bones present in the middle ear amplifies the vibrations produced by the eardrum. These vibrations are then passed on to the inner ear by the middle ear. In the inner ear, there is present a cochlea. It converts these vibrations into the electrical signals, which are then carried to the brain by the auditory nerve. This is how we are able to hear the sound. So, what does the sound wave look like? A wave is essentially a displacement along the axis. It has a highest and a lowest point called crest and trough respectively, similar to the pictures shown in this slide. Now, coming to the terms associated with the vibration of sounds, namely amplitude, frequency and time period. Let us begin by understanding what amplitude is. Amplitude is the maximum distance a swinging or vibrating body moves from its place of rest, which is also known as zero position. Now, what time period is? Time period is the time taken by the pendulum to complete its one oscillation, and the oscillations completed in 1 second is known as the frequency, which is measured in hertz. So, we have studied the three properties of sound, which are amplitude, time period and frequency. Now, after the properties of sound, I will let you know about the characteristics of sound, which are also associated with the properties of sound. The characteristics of the sound are loudness, pitch, quantity and intensity. In this slide, I will let you know about the two characters of sound, which is loudness and pitch. What loudness is? The loudness is the degree of sensation of sound. You can say when the amplitude of any sound is 2 times, its loudness becomes 4 times higher. The loudness is measured by the decibels. Now coming to the second character, that is pitch. Pitch is the shrillness of any sound. When the frequency of vibration is higher, the pitch is also higher. It means frequency is associated with pitch and amplitude is associated with the loudness of the sound. Coming to the next two characteristics of the sound, quality and intensity. What the quality is, how we are able to listen to different sounds. The quality of the sound depends upon the thickness and the thinness of the vocal cords, as I tell you in the previous slides. But the intensity of the sound is the number of sound waves passing 1 meter square area in 1 second. It depends upon the square of the amplitude. Sound can travel through all the states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. Speed of sound depends upon the density of medium. It increases with the increase in the density of mediums. As I can give you the example, like the speed of the sound in air is 332 meters per second, while in liquids it's 4 times higher, and in metals it's 16 times higher than the air. In this way, the characteristics of the sound are being understood by you. The sound of musical instruments like dholak, guitar, tumbuknor or flute are music to our ears. Even sound of birds like cuckoo or chirping sounds produced by the birds is also music to us. But when the music sound comes too loud, would it be melodious to us? No, it will not be. It will be painful or polluting. Confused? Yes, sound can be polluted also. I will let you know about the pollution being created by the sound in next slide. Now, what the pollution produced by the sound is termed as, it is known as noise. The unpleasant sound is always known as the sound noise. The presence of unwanted and excessive sound in the environment is known as noise pollution. If I say the pollution, the word that comes in your mind is air pollution, water pollution, then how sound creates pollution? Truth of the time is the excess of anything is bad, whether it's harmful gases present in the air or the dust or any waste we throw in the water creates air and water pollution respectively. In the same manner, the unwanted sound present in the environment leads to the noise. So, if there is any damage, there should be a damage control, right? So, let us know what measures we can take to control the noise pollution. Whenever we are in the traffic, we should avoid to use unnecessary horns. We can minimize the usage of loudspeakers. We can set up the industrial out of the residential area, and moreover planting more and more trees can reduce the noise pollution. At last, thank you all for listening. I hope you understand the topic. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.